Hey guys, this is Locke. This video is going to be all about the selection quests. To start with, this is how you can access them. You go to Far Plane, and then you click on the new icon that showed up here, which says Selection Quests. Right now you can only access the light quest, but as the game progresses, the other elements selection quests will unlock as well. So basically, there's a series of 10 quests that you can do. As you're doing these quests, you will first of all unlock the unit, Camillo, and then you will get his shards, and eventually you will also get his mind spears, that you can see right here. So to do these quests, you can only use light element units. As you can see, the other element units cannot enter the stage. And of the light units, you can only use units that are MR rarity or lower. There's only 6 units that you can use right now. If there are some that I missed, please let me know in the comments, but I believe these are the 6 that you can use. Of these 6, I have everyone unlocked. Well, I have everyone at level 99 except for Marielle. But if you take a look at these units more closely, you will notice that I actually don't have most of these units at a usable state. Well, not most of these, but at least 2 of these at a usable state. For example, if I look at Grace, her bravery and faith is not where it needs to be. Her equipment proficiencies are very low. She only has a couple of skills unlocked, and the skills that she has unlocked are not even at max level. Only Vitalize is at max level. If I look at, for example, Vistrel as well, he's in a better shape, but his bravery is a lot lower than it needs to be. Only just now did I level up his soldier skills. Before that, he was on Thief subjob, and he had access to very few skills, and the ones that he does have access to, they're mostly at level 1. Additionally, if I look at the Esper resonance as well, Vistrel only has his resonance up with Behemoth. Likewise, most of these units only have the Esper resonances up with these Espers. When I was leveling them up a long time ago, this was the Esper I chose, and I stuck with it. I didn't really plan too much for this selection quest, so this is what I was stuck with. So I will say that, if you are thinking of doing this selection quest and you don't have a full team of level 99, don't be in a rush to level them to 99. First of all, just try getting their resonance up with the Esper that you need. Try leveling up their equipment proficiencies, rate their bravery and faith to the levels that you need to be. Bravery should be level 97 for all of these. Faith for the mage type units should be at 97 as well. Even with the team that I have right now, although they are all at level 99, they're not really where they're supposed to be. I was able to do up to Selection Quest 8 quite easily, and I think most people will probably be able to do at least until 6, if not 7 and 8, because they're fairly easy to do. Once you do all of these, you will get Camilo up, all the materials to get Camilo up to level 120, which is his EX. But these materials are really only shards and mind spheres. You still need the prisms and the fragments of thoughts and the paradise blooms and other things. But at least it gives you the shards to get to 120. This is not time limited, so you can attempt this anytime you want. You can do up to, like, say, quest 3 or 4 today, and then do the rest tomorrow, and maybe in like a month you'll have a team that you can beat level stage 9 and 10, and that's okay. There's no rush to do these. Camilo himself, I don't think he is particularly fantastic. Like, maybe if you think that he is great and I overlooked something, please let me know in the comments as well. I would like to know how you're planning on using him. But I personally don't think he stands out too much. I think his TMR is quite nice though, and is useful because I really like TMRs that gives accuracy, and this additionally also raises light attack as well, so I think that's pretty nice. Now additionally, just keep in mind that some of these selection quests have different missions. Like, for example, if I look at selection quest 6, the missions are pretty standard, that you don't use any items or abilities more than 10 times, and do not continue means that if everyone dies, you can use this to continue where you left off, but you can't do that. If you do that, you will fail that last mission. But if you look at the 7th stage, the mission requirements are a lot different. Now we have no KO units, do not use any items, to defeat 2 or more enemies simultaneously, do not continue, and all of these missions have to be cleared at the same time. If we look at selection quest number 8, you have an additional requirement of recover no more than 1000 HP. I've heard for Selection Quest 10, you can't pick up any crystals. So these quests have different criteria to complete them. So make sure that you pay attention to the quests right before you before you embark on the stage, because otherwise you would have to do it a couple of times. And even if you do it more than once, you have to make sure that you complete all the missions at once to clear the last mission that you need to get the Mind Sphere reward. I think more important than units is going to be the vision cards, actually, because if you have a full, like a setup like mine, for example, you're probably going to do these quests a lot easier than if you had like a lackluster vision cards. Bahamut is actually obviously fantastic for the stage because it gives you a light units magic up by 50%, agility up by 8%, and unit resistance up by 20. If you don't have Bahamut, you have the option of summoning him from the featured banner right now. It's a 5-step banner. But keep in mind that I spent over 100,000 Viz on this banner the last time I was here, and I did not get Bahamut from it. I got it from a random pull later on. So you can try to gamble away and get him from this, but you might get lucky and you might not. So keep that in mind. If I were you, I would not, because there's no hurry to do this, and at whatever point you get Bahamut, you can try with it. Or if you don't get Bahamut, you can probably still try with other cards as well. For example, you can attempt it with something like this. So you can put the Rahamu vision card instead, and you can put the Odin vision card or something like that. Of course, it's not as good as just having one card with Bahamut's effect, but this is a workaround. Same thing with the Ramza card that I'm having right now. This gives a light unit slash attack of 35. Sorry, it gives a light unit slash attack of 35, which is really good for Ristrel. But it also gives agility 15. But if you don't have it, you can use another card that you do have. Like, for example, you can use Aegon if you want slash attack up. Where is he? I need to find him. Here he is. Or you can use, like if you want agility, you can use the Black Rose Helena card, or you can even use the Chocobo VC. It depends on whatever you have. Make do with what you have. And if you just don't have the setup needed to do this right now, that's no worries. You can attempt it at a different time as well. I think TMRs that give agility would be fantastic for the stage, simply because most of the units that are not URs have, lower agility and lower statistics, like Dex and agility and luck. So agility is especially important. So if you're able to get TMRs that give agility, that would be fantastic. Other than that, so I think either El-Shara or Mariel will probably be like very good carries for these stages, because both of them have lots of AoEs and both of them deal high damage. You can outfit Mariel to deal high damage and change her subclass to Arithmetician. So one strategy is to make sure that either of these units have keys as TMR, so that they have a lot of AP and they can almost solo the stage by themselves, and then have the other units to support them. So for example, you can have Phoebe use Quicken, or you can even change her to Time Mage and have her use Haste and Quicken to support the carry, which is El-Shara or Mariel, whichever one you choose. You can level up Grace. You can give her where did it go? The White Knight, this one, the Snow White Guard, which increases her slash and missile resist by an additional 15. So now she has very good slash, missile, and magic resist. So basically 50% to 70%, but even like piercing and strike, she has 35% as well. Of course, her HP is on the lower side, so I would have to actually raise her equipment proficiencies and give her good gear and a good Esper that has a chunk of HP to make her really function as a tank. But she can still do a good job of it, I think. But with the correct setup. I also really like the TMRs that give barriers like Marshari's TMR or Ayaka's TMR. So I think that would help the survivability of this team as well. But that's really it. I mean, I've explained what selection quests are, what the reward is, what you can get from it, and just some tips on how you can go about building your team. You don't need to, like, the first step should not be to, oh, I need to get all these guys to level 99. I need to EX Phoebe and get her to 120. You don't need to do that at all. You can probably beat this whole thing with like a level 99 squad, or even a couple of units using less than level 99. But the important thing, in my opinion, is to make sure that their resonance is up, their equipment proficiency is up, and you have enough JP on all of them to get their skills up as well. Now, I actually do have JP on Grace and Vistral, and even, what else did I use? And Fina, because I've been using Fina a lot, but I intentionally chose not to level their skills and at least show that it's doable to get these, and show that you can at least get up to level 8 of this with basically like 2.5 units. But I say 2.5 units because Alshra is pretty good to go. Phoebe is also pretty good to go. Vistral is half good to go because while he has his equipment proficiencies up, his bravery is only at 74. And I've been using him on the Thief sub-job, which means that I don't actually have a lot of good skills on him. I only changed him to Soldier just now when I was doing the level 9, when I was attempting the level 9 stage. But with the unit like Elshra or Marielle, you can probably easily do up to level 8 of the selection quest. But I still don't think you need to spend all your Vizier to collect these MR shards. They will come over time as you are pulling on other things, like, for example, when the Final Fantasy VII banner hits, as you're pulling units there, you will probably get the units that you need. So you'll probably get different MR units, and you can more easily take on these quests. There's no hurry to do these quests right now, because I don't think there's a huge advantage to be gained from having Camilo right now than later on. But I could be wrong. I mean, if you think I'm wrong about that, please let me know in the comments. But that's it for my guide. I think that's really all you should know. I can go into a little bit of specifics, but I think I'm gonna do a different video that shows my playthrough of level 1 to 8. I think it's pretty easy to knock them out of the park, but if somebody needs to see how it's done, I will make another video that shows that off, just in case you want to see it and you're interested. But that's it from me. I'm going to stop talking now, so if you have any other questions or comments, please leave them below, and I hope to see you on the next video.